today's video, I'm breaking down QuickBooks Online pricing and helping you figure out which plan actually makes sense for you as a first-year founder so you're not overpaying or picking something you'll outgrow in a few months. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and this is one of those decisions that seems small at first, but it can either save you money and keep things simple or turn into something confusing and expensive really fast. Most people either pick a plan that's too advanced for where they are, or they go too basic and end up needing to switch almost immediately. So instead of just listing features, I want to walk you through how to think about each plan so you can actually make a decision based on how your business operates. So first off, QuickBooks Online is a cloud-based accounting software that helps you track your income, expenses, invoices, and overall financial health in one place. Instead of managing everything in spreadsheets, it connects to your bank accounts, organizes your transactions, and gives you reports that show how your business is performing. The way pricing works is pretty simple on the surface. There are multiple tiers and each one adds more features and allows more users. But what matters is not just what each plan includes, it's whether you actually need those features right now. Because the biggest mistake founders make is paying for tools that they're not using yet. Pricing also changes pretty frequently, especially with promotions, so the exact numbers aren't as important as understanding what each tier is designed for and when it actually makes sense to upgrade. Now let's talk about the different QuickBooks plans. So at the most basic level, QuickBooks has a few main tiers and each one is built for a different stage of business. So they do have a free plan, but it's really just for track business and personal expenses separately. You only get 2 invoices a month. It's a very, very low tiered plan and it's not going to take you super far in your business. But their main plans are the Simple Start, which is very entry level and it's designed for solo founders or very small businesses. It does cover the core essentials like tracking income and expenses, sending invoices, connecting your bank account, and running basic reports. Essentials is the next step up and is built for businesses that are starting to have more moving parts. This is where you begin managing bills, working with contractors, or needing more structure around how money is coming in and going out. It also allows more than one user, which matters if you're bringing in help. The Plus plan is where things start to shift into more operational tracking. This plan includes features like basic inventory tracking and project profitability, which is useful if you're selling physical products or managing multiple jobs or clients where you need to track costs more closely. Advanced is the highest tier and is designed for more established businesses. It includes more customization, deeper reporting, and workflow automation. This is usually not something first-year founders need unless they're operating at a large scale right away. Okay, how to actually choose the right plan. The goal here is not to pick the most powerful plan, it's to pick the one that matches how your business works right now. If you're a solo founder, service provider, or freelancer, the Simple Start is usually more than enough. If you're starting to bring on contractors, track hours, or manage bills regularly, then the Essentials can start to make more sense. It adds structure without overcomplicating things. If you're running an e-commerce business or anything that involves products, inventory, or more detailed cost tracking, then Plus becomes more relevant. That's where you start needing visibility into margins and project level profitability. Advanced is really for when your business has grown to the point where you need deeper insights, multiple team members with different roles, and more control over your financial workflows. Now, here's what most first-year founders can get wrong. The most common mistake is overestimating what you need. A lot of people assume they should start with the Plus or the Advanced because it feels like they're setting themselves up for growth. But in reality, they end up paying for features they don't touch for months. The second mistake is not thinking about add-ons. Things like payroll, payments, or time tracking can increase your total cost quickly. So even if the base plan looks affordable, your actual monthly cost might be higher depending on what you need to add. And the third mistake is not revisiting your plan. Your business will change and your software is going to evolve with it. What works today might not be the best fix months from now. It's really important to understand that not all features are created equal. For example, inventory tracking in QuickBooks Plus is helpful, but it's fairly basic. If you're running a more complex e-commerce operation, you might eventually need a more advanced inventory system. Same goes for time tracking. Depending on your setup, it may require an additional tool or integration. So I highly recommend just not assuming everything is fully built in just because it's mentioned in the plan. Now, I just want to quickly mention online versus desktop. So QuickBooks has a desktop version, but for most first-year founders, the online version is the better choice. It's going to give you flexibility. You can access your finances from anywhere, connect tools easily, and collaborate with accountants or team members without sending files back and forth. Desktop is more traditional and can still be useful in certain cases, but it's now largely subscription-based priced as well and doesn't offer the same level of flexibility. Let's touch on how this compares to other tools. So QuickBooks is one of the most widely used accounting platforms, but it's not the only option. There's also something called FreshBooks, and it's often better for service-based businesses that want a simpler invoicing-focused experience. Wave is also a free option that works for very basic needs, especially if you're just getting started. Xero is another strong competitor with more accounting-focused features and flexibility. But the reason many founders still choose QuickBooks is because it scales well and integrates with a lot of other tools. It's not perfect, but it truly is a solid long-term option if you set it up correctly. Now let's dive into some of the pros and cons of QuickBooks. You can decide if this is a good fit for you and your business. One of the biggest advantages of QuickBooks is that it grows with you. You can start simple and add more functionality as your business becomes more complex. It also connects easily with banks, payment systems, and other tools, which saves time and reduces manual work. At the same time, the cost can add up between plan upgrades and add-ons. What starts as a small monthly expense can turn into something more significant. Some features are also more basic than specialized tools, so depending on your needs, you may eventually outgrow certain parts of it. If you want to check out QuickBooks, we do have an exclusive link down in the description below. Again, you can save 30% off for the first 6 months by using that link. Now, before we wrap up, I just wanted to touch on a few bonus tips. So one thing that will save you a lot of stress early on is setting up your bank feeds and categories correctly from the beginning. When your transactions are organized consistently, everything else becomes easier, from running reports to understanding your cash flow. If you skip this and try to fix it later, it's going to get messy really fast. Another tip is to separate your personal and business finances immediately, even if you're just starting out. Having a dedicated business bank account makes your bookkeeping cleaner and just avoids confusion when you're reviewing expenses or preparing for taxes. It also helps QuickBooks do its job properly since everything flowing in is actually business related. You also want to get into the habit of checking your numbers regularly, not just at tax time. Even spending 10 minutes a week reviewing your income, expenses, and profit can give you a much better sense of how your business is performing. The earlier you build that habit, the more confident you'll feel making decisions as you grow. And finally, don't overcomplicate your setup. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to build the perfect system from day one. But what matters most is consistency. A simple setup that you actually use will always be more valuable than a complex one you avoid. If you want something reliable, scalable, and widely supported, QuickBooks is a very strong choice. The key is starting with the right plan for where you are, not where you think you should be. Most first-year founders will be completely fine with a simple start or essentials, and then upgrade when there is a clear reason to. If you approach it in this way, you're just going to avoid unnecessary costs and keep your system simple as you grow. At the end of the day, your accounting software should make your life easier, not more complicated. If you want to check out QuickBooks for yourself, check out the link in the description below. That way you can save 30% off for your first 6 months. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, so we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. This channel is dedicated to helping you build your finances the right way with clear and honest guidance that actually helps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.